How's it going, everyone? I'm Mark Lawson. I'm the product director here at Jayco. I cover all the product development for all of our Jayfeather brands, which include Jayfeather, Jayfeather Air, and our newest series, which is the Jayfeather Air SL. The Air SL is a lightweight, single-axle, budget-friendly trailer that we debuted a few months ago. When we were designing this product, the thing that was going to be most important to us was that, yes, we wanted to find a way to get it a little lighter. We wanted to find a way to be a little more budget-friendly. However, we weren't going to sacrifice the construction features that we've grown to love in all of our Jayfeather products. So we made sure that it's built from a construction standpoint the same that all of our other Jayfeather products are built. We're going to start by introducing today the first model within the Air SL, which is the Jayfeather Air SL 17BH SL. And yes, that SL does stand for super light. The targeted weights on the SL platform will be anywhere from a dry weight from 2,400 pounds to 2,900 pounds, with the GVWR anywhere from 3,500 to 3,750. Also, I get the opportunity to debut the newest 2026 products here as well. So we'll get started. I'm going to start from the front, work my way to the back, hit some of the key features, and then we'll go inside and hit some of the key features on the inside, as well as also talking about some of the 2026 model year changes. So here in the front, one thing you're going to see, which is standard on all Jayfeather products, which is our diamond plating rock guard. That's great for road debris. It's going to help protect your trailer from any road debris when you're driving down the road. The next thing I want to touch on is something that we're really proud of at Jayco, is that all of our laminated walls are vacuum bonded. Okay, not only are they vacuum bonded, but on all of our Jayfeather products, we're also double-sided Asdel. So you're going to find Asdel behind the exterior fiberglass as a backer behind the fiberglass. Also, the interior wall board is going to be Asdel. The benefit of Asdel is that it's a composite material, so it's mold resistant, water resistant, slightly better R values, slightly better noise barrier, but the biggest benefit is that it's water resistant, okay? And they're all going to be solid, including the rear wall. Another big benefit on all of our Air SL floor plans is that you're going to have galvanized steel wheel wells. That's a standard feature on all of our Jayco travel trailer products. And again, similar to the rock guard in the front, the biggest benefit to that is that you're protecting your camper from road debris. In the rare case of a blowout, we do give you good tires, but also it will protect your trailer from that high impact of a blowout as well. So wanting to make sure we're able to protect your trailer during the ownership of it. Now, as we move our way here to the back, one thing that's standard on all Jayco product that is still going to be standard on our Air SLs is that on our tail lights, we have a white lens in the center of that tail light. Now, what that does is when you're in reverse, just like your car, that white light's going to light up white. Okay, and what it does, it's an indicator for everyone at the campground to say, hey, or we're backing up, get out of the way. Rear view camera prep, standard feature, you'll still have that on Air SL. Now here on our Air SL, we do have ladder prep. So if you wanted a ladder, you would purchase the on-the-go ladder that has the hooks that'll latch right into that bracket, because we want you up there. Why? For maintenance, okay? But the other benefit too is if you want to get up there and clean your roof. But standard on all Jayfeather products, as well as the Air SL, is that this is standard with our Magnum Truss roof system. So it's still rated for that 4,500 pounds, just like any other Jayfeather product out there. Okay, those are the main features that I really wanted to touch on the outside. So now let's work our way into the inside, talk about some of the construction features that you're going to find standard on all Air SLs. Okay guys, now we're on the inside of this Air SL. And as I mentioned earlier, from a construction standpoint, it's the same construction that we use in all of our Jayfeather products. So I want to spend some time pointing some of those things out that are unique to our Jayfeather product. Starting with the bed base. Whenever you're looking at a Jayco product, I always encourage you, lift that mattress up and look at what they're doing below there. We're always going to have plywood right below there. So lift it up, take a look, you'll see we're using real wood products. That's not Luan paneling, 1/8 inch thick paneling, that's true plywood. Same goes with all of our cabinetry. We use real wood cabinets. What do I mean by that? Well, I mean that we're using lumber core styles for all of our cabinets, okay? The best way for you to see and touch and feel that lumber is where two styles come together. You can feel back here, there's pockets, okay? And that's where you can see the lumber. And that's where we actually screw our cabinetry together as well. So it's not stapled, glued construction, it's screwed construction, okay? Also, all of our cabinet doors are hardwood framed cabinet doors. And again, that's a standard feature on all of our Jayfeather products. Okay, so construction is really important to us, and we did not sacrifice any of that in this Air SL platform. A couple other things I'd like to point out, so just follow me to the back and we'll talk about those as well. Now, as we move over to the dinette, this dinette does convert into a sleeper. This 17 BHSL can sleep to 4 to 6 people. Obviously, that'll depend based on the size of the people that you're sleeping in here. So the table drops down, you move the cushions over, it turns into a good size sleeper. Again, storage, lift up those cushions, and below those dinette bases, you'll find even more storage. And then right above your dinette, you have a good size window, and then you're also gonna have some nice overhead storage. Now, next I want to spin around here, and we're gonna talk about the bunks, and we're gonna talk about the kitchen. Now we're here in the kitchen. There's one important thing that I really want to point out is the fact that our kitchen countertops do not have T-mold. We know the biggest concern there is with T-mold is the opportunity for water to get in between there and rot out your countertops. So we chose with this Air SL platform, standard on all of our Jayfeather products, that it's a one-piece countertop. Another thing that's really important is our dinette cushions, our dinette fabric, and our dinette bases. Okay, so all of our furniture in Jayfeather has what's called Splashfinity. So it has stain guard and pet guard protection from it. It's anti-wick, so if water gets on there, it's gonna wick the water away. When we're doing testing with this fabric, Stacy Stewart and her design team, they took red wine, poured it all over the fabric here, and they just cleaned it up with a paper towel and water. So it's easy to maintain and keep your furniture clean. Also, if you look below our dinette cushions, you're gonna find that, again, what I mentioned earlier is we're using plywood below there, not that 1/8 inch Luan, 1/8 inch paneling. Also, another thing I encourage you, when you're looking at Jayco product, and this is across the board for all Jayco products, is the density of our cushions in our dinette. So I encourage you to sit on this cushion, and what you're gonna notice is you don't just sink to the bottom of that dinette base. We spend a little bit more money to have denser foam, but it's important for the longevity of the coach, also from a comfortability standpoint as well. Now, over here, this is a single over single bunk. This is a bunkhouse model. One thing we always talk about at Jayco is our bunk ratings, okay? So this being a single bunk, a lot of brands out there, they're only rated for 150, 200 pounds, okay? The issue is that little kids become big kids, but what if you want to bring some friends camping with you, okay? If your friends weigh more than 150 pounds, they may not be able to sleep in those bunks, but that's not the case here at Jayco. Our single wide bunks are always going to be rated for 300 pounds. Also, our double over double bunks and our, our standard feather products, those are going to be rated for 600 pounds. So a big kid, an adult, they're going to be able to sleep in this comfortably. So maybe you're taking your friends on a hunting trip. I always say, not only can you take you and your family camping, you can take your friends with you too in Jayco product. Now, I want to move back in here to the bathroom. There's something really important that we do standard across the board at Jayco in all of our bathrooms, and I want to point that out really quick to you. I think it's important. All right, guys, now we're in the bathroom, and one thing I want to point out is how much space you actually get in this bathroom. This is a 21-foot travel trailer. So a lot of times when you go shorter, you're sacrificing some space in certain areas, and a lot of times that happens to fall in the bathroom. But on this 17 BHSL, you still have a good sized bathroom. We did spend the extra money and put a shower surround in here as well. A lot of the other brands that compete in this segment, as I mentioned earlier, they do not put a shower surround in here. So that was an upgrade that we decided to do. We also decided to put a 12-volt electric vent fan in here, and you'll have one right above in your living room also. So again, mentioned earlier, get those vent fan going, getting your windows open, get that cross breeze and ventilation. Key feature that I wanted to point out here in the bathroom, and this is a standard feature on all Jayco product. This is a standard feature we've done for years at Jayco, and it is of course also standard on all Jayfeather products. So we made sure that, like I mentioned earlier, when we're designing the aerosols, it has to have the same construction same durability as all of our other Jayfeather products. So what this has, and the reason I'm standing in the shower, I'm sure you're wondering why I'm standing in here, but I think it's important to point out the fact that we have a reinforced shower base. So what that means is below your shower pan, you have styrofoam laminated glued to the bottom of it that provides the slope for the water runoff into the drain. But some manufacturers don't put any support below that styrofoam. We don't do that at Jayco. What we do is we reinforce that styrofoam with a plywood base below the styrofoam, and then also 2x4 vertical studs. That's going to make sure that your shower base is always sturdy, and you don't have to worry about over time having a soft, spongy shower base. Okay guys, now we're at the end of the video here for the ERSL. I hope that you've liked what you saw. Again, I want to remind you that when we designed this product, we wanted to make sure that we wanted to make it lightweight, also budget friendly. However, we were unwilling to sacrifice any of the construction features that are standard on all of our Jayfeather products. Obviously, that's important for a good user experience once you own the coach. It's good for longevity of ownership of the trailer, but we also provide the best warranty in the business. So the best way for us to be able to do that is to build them better and use better building materials. Hopefully you like what you saw. If you have any questions or you want more information, please visit us at jayco.com.